There are games that feel like chess. And then there are games like this. New York Rangers versus New York Islanders. Two teams, same city, same desperation, same flaws hanging off them like torn armor. Let's start with the Rangers. They just lost to Philadelphia 8-5. That's not a hockey game, that's a bar fight without bouncers. Sure, Mika Zibanejad had 4 assists, and 5 different players scored. But giving up 8 tells me everything I need to know. They ranked 22nd in scoring, dropping 2.82 goals per game, but somehow they're 9th in shots taken and 2nd in face-off win percentage. Translation, they control possession, but they can't stop leaking goals. And when you look at the defense, 30th in shots allowed per game. That's a crack big enough to drive the Statue of Liberty through. Then you've got the Islanders. Lost a heartbreaker to Nashville 7-6 in OT. Simon Holmstrom dropped 2 goals and 2 assists, but it didn't matter. Defense is an afterthought. Goaltending is stretched thin. Their penalty kill is one of the worst in the league, just 70.5%. They're giving up goals like it's a public service. But here's what matters. These two teams have hit the over in 7 of their last 10 meetings. The Islanders have hit the over more times than not this season. The Rangers are coming off a game where both teams dropped 5+ and gave up 7+. Neither of these defenses gives me any reason to trust an under here. And today's AI pick is over 5.5 goals. This isn't chess. This is war without structure. And when pride is on the line in New York, they don't bring shields, they bring chaos.
Elvis. You ever seen a man walk into a lion's den wearing a meat coat? That's Detroit tonight. Florida versus Detroit. And brother, this ain't close. Let's start with the Panthers. They just handled Toronto 3-1 like they were folding laundry. This is what Florida does. Show up. Play defense like it's personal. Win ugly. Get paid. They've been favorites 64 times this season, and cashed 38 of them. And when they're laying big money like 210, they've covered 14 out of 19. Why? Because they don't get cute. They suffocate teams. The last 10 games, giving up just 2.4 goals per night. And scoring? Not flashy. Just 1.9 goals per game in that same stretch. Florida fights like me, Elvis. Quiet and mean. But Detroit? Detroit's walking in here like they got jokes. They've been underdogs 57 times this season, yeah, 57, and managed to win 25. But as a dog this big, plus 174 or worse, they're a sad little 3-9. Last game, slapped by Montreal 4-1. Couldn't finish a sandwich, let alone a scoring chance. Over their last 10, scoring 2.5 goals per game, giving up 2.7. That's survival, not hockey. Now about this total sitting at 5.5 goals. Florida's gone over in 38 of 78. Detroit's gone over in 43 of 77. But here's what people forget. Florida controls pace. Detroit needs chaos, and Florida ain't letting them have it tonight. And today's AI pick is under 5.5 goals, slow, cold, surgical, just the way I like it.
You know what still keeps me up at night, Clyde? It ain't your snoring. It ain't your mother calling me what's her name at Christmas. It's that Domino's pizza betrayal of 2021. 3 days, Clyde. 3 days I went on and on about craving Domino's. What did you do? Oh, I'll tell you what you did. You and your little work buddies snuck around behind my back and ordered it at work like some back alley deal gone bad. And when I found out? Oh, I flipped like Chicago's defense in the third period. And the next day? I ordered a large Domino's for me. Ate every slice in front of you like a queen on her throne. Speaking of people who quit early. Chicago's skating into Boston tonight like they forgot it's still hockey season. They just lost 5-0 to Pittsburgh. Couldn't score at a pizza party if they tried.
Bonnie, it was pizza, not infidelity. I didn't hide a second family. I ate a pepperoni slice. Calm yourself. Chicago's not calm though. They're a disaster. 7 wins all season on the road? That's not a record, that's a travel advisory. Boston might not be anything special this year, but at home? Against a team like the Blackhawks? That's when the Bruins start licking their chops like me staring at that last garlic knot you forgot to offer me. And they just dropped 7 on New Jersey, Bonnie. 7 goals. That's not offense, that's public humiliation.
You know what public humiliation looks like, Clyde? Sitting there watching you try to reheat Domino's in the oven wrong side up. Cheese melted through the rack like the Blackhawks defense leaking goals every night. Boston is 20-13-6 at home. And Chicago? 7-26-5 on the road. That's not a hockey game, that's an execution with concessions. Boston's covered the puck line against Chicago in 5 of their last 6 home games. Tonight, same movie, same sad ending.
And today's AI pick is Boston Bruins -1.5. Chicago on the road is like you on a pizza grudge, Bonnie, lost, stubborn, and doomed. And if Boston's serving goals tonight, you better believe Chicago ain't getting a slice.
Some games aren't about history. They aren't about rivalry. They're about right now. Carolina Hurricanes versus Washington Capitals. And right now, Washington isn't blinking. The Capitals come in winners of 5 of their last 10, but look closer, they've dropped 34 goals in those games, but scored 33 right back. Translation: they're living in chaos and thriving in it. Their power play is firing at a lethal 30% clip over that stretch. They're scoring 3.58 goals per game, on the season best in the NHL. And at home against a Carolina team on a 3-game losing streak. Advantage Washington. Carolina. Sure, they've won 46 games this year. Sure, they've got a penalty kill ranked once in the league. But right now, they've lost 3 straight. And their offense, either explosive or invisible. In games where they score 3 or more, they're 4-2-6-2, but when it's 1 or 2 goals, disaster. Washington doesn't just score, they finish. They've scored 3 or more in 54 games this season. And their record at home when outshot, still winning, still covering. This isn't a style clash. This is pressure breaking one side and feeding the other. And today's AI pick is Washington Capitals moneyline 101. This isn't about faith. This is about facts. And tonight in Washington, facts pay better than hope.
There is a kind of silence in hockey. Right before the gates close. Colorado Avalanche versus Vancouver Canucks. 2 teams standing on opposite sides of the glass. Colorado doesn't just expect to win here. They require it. This is a team that's been the favorite 6-6 times this season and won 42 of them. They've covered numbers like this around 225 in 11 of 16 tries. That's not luck. That's what happens when talent meets precision. In their last 10 games, 7 wins, 2 losses, 1 overtime stumble, scoring 3.6 goals per game, allowing just 2.2. This is not a team hoping to survive. This is a team sharpening its edge. And then there is Vancouver, fighting, scrapping, pulling off upset wins in 18 of 44 games as underdogs. But when they've been this deep of a dog, 108-4 or worse. 0-2 their last 10 games. Yes, they've scored 35 goals. But they've also allowed 35 goals. This isn't strategy. This is desperation on ice. And standing across from them tonight is Colorado, with the sharper edge. And today's AI pick is Colorado Avalanche 1.5, because sometimes the Wolves win. Not because they are faster, but because they are prepared. Game 1 Rangers versus Islanders over 5.5. Game 2 Panthers versus Red Wings under 5.5. Game 3 Bruins 1.5. Game 4 Capitals moneyline 101. Game 5 Avalanche 1.5. If you've been here long enough, you know what we do. We don't beg. We don't bluff. We bring truth sharp as iron every single night. If this video found you, that wasn't chance. That was design. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel, or wander into tomorrow without us. But don't say you weren't warned.